Hi, hello, what's up? So in today's video I'm gonna show you my minimal everyday makeup, which is no foundation, kind of like routine. I hope that you enjoy it and you're probably gonna relate to this because I'm sure like a lot of us are either working from home or they're just you took down your makeup routine like down by a lot. You're probably not doing the same routine that you were doing before COVID. Before we even start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more makeup tutorials, reviews. I just, it's all that we do here. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe and also give it a like to the video if you enjoyed it. All right, let's just get started. Also, if you guys can hear noise in the background, I'm sorry, it's a little bit later in the day than I would want to be filming, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, I apologize if you guys can hear any talking, anything like that. I am so sorry. I can't really put tape on my brother's mouths or anybody who's home. Can't really do that, right? So yeah, let's get right into it. So before I even start applying any makeup, I did wanted to bring out the topic of making sure that you're prepping your skin very well for any makeup application. That's whether you're doing like a glam look. I feel like you do a certain kind of routine, or I personally focus on a different routine. Like I'll probably put on like a primer, or I'll put on a cream that's a little bit more lightweight but that's really gonna hydrate me. Now for an everyday kind of basis, I usually do my skincare like normal, which I already did. I think I'm gonna do a video talking all about prepping for your skin and I'll go more in depth about it, but just right now I wanted to show you guys what I use. So I use my eye cream. I always make sure to apply a very nice eye cream underneath of my eyes, but it's something that's gonna be really nice and hydrating, but it's not gonna be thick, because you don't want to really mix a thick under eye cream with like if you're gonna apply concealer or something like that. You don't really want to do that. So this eye cream, honestly, since I first got introduced to it, I've been loving it. This is the Nu Skin Ideal Eyes Activating Eye Cream, and I've seen such great results under my eyes. Like I feel like it's just nice and hydrated, bright, and yeah, I love it. And I usually actually use that with my Nu Skin. I'll just usually apply with this, and it's like it's a light, nice, sensitive massage under the eye, and I feel like that's also helped to really target this area and just kind of wake up the muscles and help it get tightened, and also just kind of like wake it up, so I've been really liking that. And then on the face, I applied my Nu Skin Sunrise sunscreen. I was using the Neutrogena sunscreen and I really liked that one, and I liked it mainly because it wasn't like too greasy on the face, it wasn't thick on the face either. But the moment I tried this one, I was like, I'm so sorry, Neutrogena, I gotta get rid of you. It's still there in my drawer, but I don't use it. I always use this one. I just love the consistency of it. So as you guys can see, it has a little bit of like a pinky kind of like undertone, but it's super thin. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera how thin the formula is, and it's just like super hydrating on the face. It gives you the protection, but it sinks into the skin. It's not greasy. It actually, like, once you apply it on your face, I mean, right now I'm wearing it and you can see that I have like a nice glow, but it's not like a greasy glow. It just really truly sinks into your skin, and you can tell that like once I blended it into the skin, it doesn't give you any like weird pinky cast or anything like that. So I've been really loving this. I just love the way my skin looks with it, and I feel like I'm protecting my skin and it looks awesome. So I'm just like, yeah. And this you can actually use it all on your face and on your body, so it's awesome. This is the Nu Skin Sunrise sunscreen. I love it. But anyways, that's usually my everyday kind of combo before I even go in with any makeup. Okay, move into makeup, because I don't want to bore you guys with like skincare or prepping your skin. I don't want to do that. So for concealer, I kind of, you know, I dabble a little bit. It just depends on the mood. Depends on if I have any breakouts on that day. You know, it's really personal, and I'm sure you can understand what I mean. Recently, I've been using this one. This is the Tip Concealer Cover Perfection, the SREM. I talked about this in a video where I got like K-beauty products, and I love this concealer because it's super thin, but it has really good coverage. I would say it has like medium to high coverage, so it's amazing to cover up any, you know, darkness under the eyes if you struggle with that, if you have any spots. Like, for example, I have a couple scars that are still kind of like kicking somewhere around my face. That's the main issue I've been dealing with. I had a couple of weeks with that. I was like dealing with a lot of stuff in my personal life, and I feel like my skin was really reacting to that. Like, I was just stressed and my face was just not doing good. So I've had a couple of scars, you guys can see here, just like hormonal breakouts, you know, that kind of thing. So that's usually what I'll go in with concealer. And if I have any spots, like any active spots or anything like that, I'll also go ahead and cover those up. I'll use this concealer, and I forgot a mirror, so give me 1 second. The way that I'll apply the concealer is in a very minimal way. The less concealer I can use, the best. You don't want to go and overdo it, because like I said, this is an everyday kind of makeup. So unless you're going for that look, by all means go ahead and like apply a lot of concealer. But for me, I try to apply as less concealer as possible. So I'll go ahead and apply a dot right here, a dot here, dot here, here, and then I'll look into my face and I'll really like, it's like I'm zooming in, and I'll really focus the concealer where I need it and apply like a little dot of concealer in those areas. So like here I have a spot here. This one that I feel like is just, it was one of those pimples that was kind of like really deep in the skin, and I always kept touching it because, like I said, it was during those weeks that I was just like really stressed, and I will start touching it. So the scar, I feel like it's gonna be there for a little bit. Okay, it's just dealing with it. It's moving on, it's healing from the inside out. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing. But then I take this little concealer brush. Now I know what you're thinking, like this is too small, what are you doing with this? But the reason why I like this is because it's very precise, so I can keep the product where I applied it. So I'm gonna go ahead and literally just start from where I started applying the concealer. I'm gonna start blending it in, and I kind of start patting at first to keep it right there in that area. You don't want to drag it up, you don't want to drag it like far into like areas that you didn't apply the concealer on there or that kind of thing. So you just want to kind of pat it in that specific area that you dotted the concealer. And you guys can see there, like my under eye looks it looks a little bit brighter, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing like tons of makeup, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend the other areas in. I also find that using a brush allows me to be a little bit more, you know, like I said, precise, but also keeps the pigment there, because I find that if you use like a beauty blender or, you know, like a wet sponge or something, it'll suck up the small amount of concealer that you applied. So that's definitely it. Like, you know, I don't want that. I want to keep the amount of pigment that I apply to cover whatever I need to cover, right? You guys can see that I literally use the smallest amount. Like, this is what I will do on an everyday basis, and sometimes I'll apply even less if my skin, you know, if like I don't have any spots that I need to cover or any scars or anything like that, then oh my god, I always find myself getting foundation or concealer on my hair. It's so annoying, like really annoying. I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. That's just who I am. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, you just want to apply as little concealer as possible and just, you know, cover those bigger scars, those bigger spots, but leave your skin as it is, because you want to leave your skin to breathe. It's like I'm gonna make a very like shitty example, but it's like nowadays how we are dealing with masks and like we literally cannot breathe, or like we just, you know, having that thing on all the time. It's really annoying and it's not comfortable, right? So think of it like that for your skin as well. Your skin cannot breathe. It's just kind of like feels like it has like this mask on, you know what I mean? Once I have that, you guys can see that I still have, you know, some redness on my cheeks. That's just like naturally how I am. I always have like estos cachetitos. I always have them red, like tomatoes. Not always, but like for the most part, yeah. Other than that, like, I mean, you guys can see, you know, my skin is looking good. It's not looking cakey, nothing like that. Like, it looks very natural. It has a natural glow as well because I'm not applying like powder or anything like that. After that, I'll go in with a little bit of blush, and that's if you want to add a little bit of like color to your cheeks. I know I already have like kind of reddy cheeks, but I always go for that. I like it. I like, you know, like a blushy look. I feel like it makes you look nice and healthy and like, you know, like nice and flushed. So the two blushes that I use cream blushes. I prefer them over powder because again, it just looks a little bit more natural. So I'll either go in with this one, which is the Freck Beauty Cheek Slime. I talked about this blush a lot of times. This one's in the shade Cuffed, and it's definitely one of my favorites, but I have been using this one. This one is by, I don't even know what this brand is from, honestly. I found it in my makeup drawer and I used it one time, and since then I just been like liking it. Yeah, I don't know where this like brand is from, to be honest. I don't remember, but I've been using this one. This one is a little bit more pink. Also, the formula is a little bit different than the Freck Beauty one. I feel like the Freck Beauty one is more of like, you know, like liquidy. Here are the two swatches. So this one you guys can see is a lot more pink. This one is a little bit more like corally, orangey. It just depends on my mood as well. Like sometimes I'll go for a little bit more pinky, sometimes I'll go for that one. I'm gonna go for the pinky today, and I just take it on this like little angled brush. It's quite stiff, so it's just gonna help me pat it into the skin, and I feel like patting it into the skin just allows the product to really like get pressed onto the skin, and it just lasts forever. But just for a little bit of color, you guys can see that it just gives me a little bit more life. I feel like when you go in and correct certain areas of your face, you can tend to look a little bit like just one color, and it'll look you know, like it just doesn't look natural. You know, like you naturally have some red spots on your face, so you just want to kind of like bring that back to your face so that you can look naturally beautiful. And from there, I go and move on to my eyebrows. Now, I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, which is, honestly, it's so good. I don't know what I was doing without this for such a long time. It's such a thin brow pencil that just helps me fill in any spots on the brow. I find that my brows are okay, like I don't need a lot of filling, but especially this eyebrow, I always struggle right here on the arch. Like it just looks a little bit naked, like it needs a little bit of definition. So this is just amazing, and it lasts forever, and I've been loving it. I just like to kind of define the brows a little bit. And then, if I'm feeling like it on that day, I'll apply an eyeliner, either an eyeliner or I'll take like a brown eyeshadow and an angled brush, and I'll do like a little flick. Today I'm gonna apply eyeliner, and I'm just gonna use my Miss Rose Professional Makeup little pen. I've shown this in my videos like several times, and it's super easy to use. I literally just do a little flick I don't do like an intense eyebrow either. I mean, I don't do an intense wing liner either. Like, I try to keep it, you know, as natural as can be. But sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna do natural, and then like this thing comes like, you know, let me concentrate because it's gonna happen right now. Like super thick. So there it is. I just usually do like, you know, try to keep it as a small wing, as small as possible. And then this is our last step, literally last step. I'll go in and apply, you know, I'll curl my lashes first. Obviously if you have naturally curled lashes, if you were blessed by the gods, I mean, lucky you, because you have like beautiful curled lashes all the time, even if you're like at the pool or in the shower. I don't, so I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. And of course, because I'm Mexican, I gotta go in with the spoon, you know. Tengo que hacer, soy mexicana. For mascara, if you're an OG and you've known about my love affair with Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, this is a bomb ass mascara, even better than the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. If you have not tried it because you've been like under a cave, or I don't know what you've been doing, you should definitely try it. This is the waterproof formula because, like I said, my lashes are not naturally curled, so if I use like a regular formula, my lashes will drop like ASAP. So I need to use a waterproof formula, but it's such a good formula, and the brush, it just gets in every lash and it gives more length, I would say, to your lashes. You guys can see it just separates them and really, you know, makes them look nice and long. So I just love this. I usually build this mascara up, like I'll apply like 2 or 3 layers, and doesn't look clumpy, nothing like that. I usually don't apply mascara on my lower lashes just because I find that sometimes wearing the mask, because it's like the heat is going up, my mascara will just kind of like start falling apart. I don't usually like lower lash mascara anyways, unless I'm like doing like a more glam look or something more dramatic. But for the most part, I just focus on my top lashes, and that's it, baby. That's it. First, I apply some lip balm. Finish. And that's it, guys. This is my everyday look. This is what I usually do in the mornings when I'm heading out. Obviously, if I'm gonna be at home and I'm gonna be working from home, just kind of let my skin, you know, without anything. Sometimes even when I'm going out to, you know, go to work or whatever, I sometimes don't apply anything. But this is kind of like, you know, my more put together routine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys tried any of these products. Do you guys incorporate them into your routine? Do you guys like them? Also, if you guys are interested in any of the new skincare products, let me know. You guys can leave me a comment below, or you can find me on my social media. I'll leave it somewhere here so you can follow me, and you know, we can stay connected that way. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.